Sure.
The stream is going up.
That's what he's saying. He's
The
gonna do
deluxe
that.
version is only $2 more, and it has the soundtrack.
Ooh,
Good soundtrack.
it is a good sound.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
How do you? You've never even played it. You don't know if it is. Hi, welcome to On the
I
Stick.
listened
After
to
Dark.
it.
I'm just trusting you, Eric. You said it was good, and I'm listening to you. I learned it from you.
Sorry, I am Eric Allen. I'm here with Kurt Adam.
I am here, and I'm here with Mike Ailes.
I am here, and I am here with Alex R.
Hello.
Hello.
That's it. There's no one else for me to introduce.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could introduce.
He's here with all the rest of
Just
us.
go around the table again.
Yeah,
You
I was
could
gonna say I
introduce
couldn't
No
introduce
Show
Eric.
Joe. I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Is that...
Jokeless Joe Schusen.
Yeah.
Fuck Joe, piece of ass shit.
Yes.
Wow.
it's-
Wow.
That's why
listen,
we're after dark.
If the
is
piece
'cause
of
he
if the piece of
ditched
ass
us.
shit were fits, then you have to wear it. Anyway,
I hope that
that's-
it does not, in fact,
no,
fit.
we love
I
Joe.
also
We
hope
we
that.
all hope he's having fun in Milwaukee at the. I think it's the Game Fest thing. I think that he went to.
Yeah,
What's
the
going on?
Midwest Gaming Classic.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing that he's mentioned a bunch of times.
Many.
I should remember the name of.
Many times. It took me. I went from what thing? MGC. What does that stand for? Oh, right.
Yes. We had many podcast conversations. Anyway, this week we're going to take a
We
look
did.
at this Rogue Legacy 2, which
You hear they made another Rogue Legacy?
they've been making it for a while. I think it came out in early access sometime in the summer of 2020. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
It
Sure.
could be.
It's been a while.
So they've changed
Let's
the
see if
graphics.
It's been a minute.
Wikipedia says early access August 18, 2020. So yes.
Oh man, I fucking nailed it.
Nailed
Got
it.
him.
Right
Got it
on
in
there.
one.
A broad generalization that hits the season and year is pretty good for me. So I'll take
That's yeah.
it. So anyway, Rogue Legacy, you can see they've changed the original one had more pixelated graphics. This is a little more behemoth looking. The same dumb pose. The controls feel pretty much the same.
Oh god, I'm looking at it now. Ew.
What? You don't like that? I think
No,
it's
I
fine.
don't care for that. I mean, it looks fine. I just like the idea they went from like I don't like that. Like,
I think it looks better than what they had before.
We'll see. I mean, it depends on how they do it, right? I don't think the graphics weren't like the strongest.
Because the
Yeah,
previous
it's
Rogue
not
Legacy
an
was
issue.
pixel art, but I don't feel like it made great use of the form.
Yes.
no, certainly not.
It was certainly not an exemplar.
But it was one of the very first rogue-like lights where
Whoa,
We
you're
were-
either a Rogue Light or you're a Rogue like.
we were
You're rogue light,
like
or-
light.
a light, or a like light.
Yeah.
There's so
I'm
many.
a big
options
fan
to
of-
choose.
I'm a big
Is
fan
there-
of Rogue like.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
that's
is that
the
is that a
enemy from
game that
Zelda.
consumes you and seals your shit?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That
it
is
just
actually
eats-
kind of what they do.
Yeah.
It
It just
is,
eats
yeah.
your shield. That's it. It leaves everything else.
Yeah.
So yeah, back in when did Spelunky come out?
Oh,
Was it
original
2010?
Well, that
Spelunky was like
depends.
2008 or something,
I was
right?
Yeah.
gonna say yeah.
But real
It
Spelunky
sorta
came out in
depends on-
2010, right?
Yeah, that's right.
The 2008 was the
2008.
original version. Yeah, the PC version, and then like the remake. I'd have to look.
2013.
There you go.
12, 13, 14. There's a lot of release dates
Xbox
here.
360 was 2012. I think, for that
2012.
version.
Yeah, right.
It was it was a summer
They
of
paid
arcade
him to
game,
redo
wasn't
it. Yes, it was certainly a Xbox Live Arcade game, but
And you
I'm
know what?
pretty
There
sure
was
it
a
was
s-
Summer of Arcade.
There was a Spelunky 2, and you know when that came
Excellent.
out?
Like 3 years ago.
2020, and that was when this game
Oh,
came
no.
into early act. And see, I'm looping it
Oh.
back around. That's the theme tonight.
Callback, your key to
Callbacks.
quality comedy.
But anyway, so yeah, there was that and Binding of Isaac, which were both more closer to actual rogue likes. And then there was something else that had like some kind of character progression that borrowed some stuff from Rogue.
it? Rogue?
Yeah, like
I'm trying to think. Like FTL was another pretty early one.
doing run based stuff. That
FTL fucks. That game's great. Fuck the final boss though, but it's great.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
the final boss kind of ruins
That's
that
the
game
one.
for me.
It
Yeah,
does,
that's the one
but, I
problem.
mean,
Hey, you had a
it's
great run. Be a shame if you got to the end.
Yeah, it's about the journey, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah.
um,
I'm having a hard time remembering what other games were in that kind of early batch, but
yeah. But anyways, this was Rogue Legacy was one of the OGs of the roguelite genre, and certainly one of the first to do it in a side-scrolling form and give you all the options to. How do you dash right trigger? Cool.
it's the
But-
first one that I can think of that had a lot of character growth that was persistent from run to run.
Yeah.
Because like Binding of Isaac, you would unlock stuff, but you wouldn't get stronger. You'd always
Right.
start as the same kid with three hearts and crappy tears.
And that game also had like potions and things that you didn't know what they did until you used them.
Yeah, Binding of Isaac definitely was a little closer to the actual rogue like structure.
Yeah.
Yes.
With
Same
and
with
also like
Spelunky.
the cards, I want to say, were the cards randomized? I don't 100% remember.
Maybe
Like the tarot cards.
I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. Maybe you didn't know what they were until you used them once, and then they always did the same thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know the pills were definitely like on a per run basis, which is very classic rogue. I mean, of course, there's like the whole genre of roguelikes, like actual
Right.
roguelikes,
Right.
which, you know, goes back
There's,
at this
I
point
mean,
close to 40 years, I
right,
guess.
There
No,
are
35.
and there are dozens of those, but anyway, the what I'm trying to get to is that that the original one of these was pretty unique when it came out, and then in the 10 years or the 9 years since that time, there's been a million of them, and like the genre has just moved forward. And so part of the reason why I didn't get this when it was in early access is because I had a bunch of other ones to play. I think that was that the year Children of Morta came out, and
Yeah.
was that also and that was also the year Hades, I think, came out in early access, which
Yep.
for sure.
and was that also the year that Risk of Rain 2 came out in early access?
Yes.
Risk of Rain 2, 2019.
I mean, okay, maybe not.
Well, it was-
I think I made Griftlands one of my games of the year in 2020.
Yeah, did that
Yeah,
or didn't that
Hades
wasn't all the
28.
That was
way
in early
out.
access, but it was very advanced.
Yeah,
The point is, a lot of these kind of games
Yeah.
have come out.
it was a
And-
couple.
I think
years
you could
after
even
Dead
argue that-
Cells, a couple years after.
Darkest Dungeon.
Oh yeah, Darkest Dungeon.
I think you
There's
could argue that
also-
roguelikeness is like the RPG elements of the 2010
Yeah.
decade.
No,
Absolutely.
totally. I was gonna say even
Yeah.
like there's been a lot of, and this
Crypt
is
of the
different
Necrodancer.
obviously, but there's been a lot of Metroidvanias that have come out too, and that's like a cousin of the roguelike kind of, where it's like, what are you doing? You're running around and like slashing dudes up and getting power ups and things like that. Now, granted, that's all permanent, and you're doing like essentially just one run, right? Like it's
There's
not.
kind of really not much overlap between those genres. You have one where there's a fixed map and permanent
Yeah.
upgrades and saving and
Yeah, that's true. But
I-
it does have the same kind of element of you're like killing guys and moving around a map and
Yeah,
collecting.
that's
things
I'm
and shit.
saying it's
so
like a
Contra is a
surface level
roguelike.
I mean,
yeah.
those
I'll just fun
upgrades-
with you
the-
guys.
The upgrades in Contra aren't permanent, Mike. It's not even close.
I'm just messing with you.
Look,
I
to
know.
me, it's like when I'm playing a roguelike, I'm usually like side scrolling around, slashing dudes up, and when I'm playing a Metroidvania, I'm usually doing the same thing. So
Unless
to
you're
me,
playing
they
Hades
feel like,
or Risk of Rain or
well, you know what?
Dungeon of the Endless.
I guess I retract
oh
everything.
man, talk about the best.
I said it
one.
was like a cousin. I didn't say it was the same.
No, it depends. I know what you're saying. This game specifically and Dead Cells definitely share some
Oh.
DNA with Metroidvania style games.
For sure.
They aren't Metroidvanias, obviously, because
Obviously not.
you know. But
Certainly not.
Because they can crawl.
yes,
Okay.
Absolutely. I never played the Dead Cells DLC. Fuck. There's a bunch of DLC too.
there's like a ton of it. Yeah.
Should do that. That game. is
But
fucking
anyway,
awesome.
that was part. Like I said, part of the reason why I wasn't so hot on this when it first came out was just
There was a lot.
there's a lot of those. Yeah.
That's just a disembodied hand with a knife in it is kind of. That's
Wait,
pretty
sorry,
good.
did you say you weren't very hot on this game when it came out? I thought you loved this game.
No, The second
this
one. That's why
number
I didn't
two.
play
Oh, the second
this
one.
until now.
That's-
And then
okay.
now it is due to. It seems like it's going to be finished in July, and it's on sale right now. So I figured I'd
Right.
give it a shot.
There's also on Steam, there is a big sale on all roguelike games
Mm-hmm.
called
Yeah.
appropriately Going Rogue. And oh, when you click on it, guess what? At the top, there is a featured tab, a roguelike tab, a roguelite tab,
Uh-huh.
a Souls-like
goodness.
tab,
Sure.
and get this, a Metroidvania tab. So somebody agrees with me, okay? You can eat a whole bowl of a thing you don't want to eat.
Uh-huh.
Broccoli.
Soggy-
Fuck.
Soggy cereal.
Broccoli's
Sorry,
great.
Godlike burger.
Mike.
God does
That's-
like burgers. What's your
That is
point?
one of the games on the roguelike.
Boy. Yeah, there's a
Tab.
lot. There's a lot of those these days.
Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I mean,
It's a good
never
one.
got- I never got very far in it because I can't play.
The aforementioned before the stream started, Star Renegades, a Mega Man game for some reason.
Oh, 20XX.
No, it's ZX Zero and ZX Legacy Collection. It's on my.
Oh, those.
It's on my
Slay the
wish list and it's just
Spire.
on sale. I don't think
That's
it's part.
that's
of
not
this.
any of those things.
Yeah, exactly. It's just on sale for some reason, but
That's
it's
just a
showing up in.
fucking Mega Man
It's
game.
Steam being weird.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
worry
it's
about
fine.
it.
But there are-
Castlevania Collection is also on sale. Famous.
But there are two Mega Man style roguelikes, which are
Oh, you know
I think
what?
20XX and 30XX.
The ZX games are Metroidvanias, so that's why.
Okay.
Well, they're sort of like Metroidvanias, but they have. Don't worry about it. Those games aren't that good. Anyway,
Well, my hope is that I'm gonna. This game looks like it's got some interesting changes from the first Rogue Legacy, which is not a game that I super loved, although the soundtrack rules. But I'm kind of hopeful. This looks like it might be interesting enough to kind of keep my interest. But I am maybe a little discouraged to hear you say that it feels the same way, because I always found the first game to be a little, not floaty exactly, just a little on the light side. Like the combat didn't feel like it gave you great feedback.
Yeah. Well, you can.
When you
see,
hit
like,
stuff in this game, does it feel like it's kind of connecting or not too much?
I mean, you're kind of like bouncing off of stuff. It feels a lot like that first game where you just have total control over your character at all times, which is why you can like, like jump up and then like flip around 8 times and,
Like a ninja.
yeah. And then you're also, I don't know if you saw, like if you push down an A or a bumper button, you can do like a kick to like bounce off of stuff, which was, I don't remember if that mechanic was in the original Rogue Legacy, but it was quite fun in the Messenger.
I think this game has a few definitely has new mechanics. I've seen people streaming it and playing with like kind of character classes that are much more different than the ones in the first game were.
Yeah, they have. It seems like there are classes that go beyond just some minor mechanical differences and actually have different, like, wholly different play styles.
I saw someone stream with a bard character, and it would shoot like music projectiles. It would just kind of sit in one place, and they would damage enemies over time, and you could jump off of them. So like
That sounds neat.
very versatile. You don't sound like you approve, Kurt.
Your kingdom has granted its.
No,
people
that's
I think that
interesting
a
when I was
grant of
contemplating
approval. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if you need to like gain money to unlock the classes maybe, and then they'll start showing up on your legacy.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the thing right now. The first one you buy is,
Healthcare unlocked.
yeah, archery range, which I assume gives you the archer.
Triage for all.
Bows for foes. Fletch foes from afar. and bring
Bows for
down the
foes.
pain with
That's
an
cute.
assortment of arrows. Sure, I'll try playing as a ranger.
Skills for kills. That's what it was.
Must be level 12, level 4. Let's see.
I like games that use this kind of system too, where you can basically like unlock more complexity as you go on.
Yeah. I mean, that was definitely one of the coolest things about the original Rogue Legacy. Was seeing what kind of weird classes and things you could unlock, and then also it's kind of nice to be able to kind of pick your path.
Yeah, I was gonna say building your skill tree, as it were, is interesting.
Valkyries and mages. Barbarians. I think Valkyries is a new thing.
The first game only had a couple of weird character classes, didn't it?
I think so.
Couldn't you be like a dragon guy?
Maybe. You could be there was like a ninja or a samurai or something, right?
Rogue Legacy 1 is $3 right now on Steam.
Get the soundtrack.
Yeah, how much is it with the soundtrack? 5?
I don't know, but that soundtrack's great.
Let's find out.
That's one of the most listenable game soundtracks. You can just put that on, listen to it back to front. It's really good.
Something called Rogue Legacy. You can buy Rogue Legacy for $3, or you could buy Rogue Legacy plus Full Metal Fury's super discount bundle for $18.38, and I see no soundtrack.
So you still
So
collect
how's that?
blueprints to upgrade your armor. No soundtrack.
Doesn't sound like you really give me what I want here, Alex.
You don't want to get whatever that said. I just closed the window and I don't remember the name of it already. Full Metal Furies.
I'm gonna go with no.
What is it? TEDx?
You don't want that?
TEDx is that the
Hell.
name of the person that did the soundtrack for the first one, or the something?
Very close to that.
I don't know about the soundtrack. Does not seem quite as immediately catchy as
No cash registers.
yeah.
Knight, Mage, Barbarian, Knave, Shinobi, Miner, Lich, Bell Thief, and Dragon.
There you go.
Those are the original classes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, 800. Oh, wow. Okay. Class specific loadouts. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to buy.
That's how they get you. TEDx and Shell in the Pit.
There you go.
Oh, Shell in the Pit. Yeah. Actually, can't remember now if the cash registers were in the version of the song that you heard in the game, or if that was only in the soundtrack
Yeah,
version.
there was soundtrack versions of the songs that were up front. I think there was a bunch of remixes on there too.
I don't remember there being a lot. I just remember there being the one kind of main theme, the deedle-doo, 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 deedle-doo song that would play in the kind of main first section of the castle.
Be Throne, Treasure Chest, Fairy Chest, Portal, Heirloom.
There's a song called Alas.
I think that's when you die.
Checks out.
Alas, you are dead, and a lack of breathing.
Mhm.
Neo 2 is not a roguelike, Steam.
No, but it
It's
is like a Souls-like, I guess.
Yeah, it is. That's why it's listed here, but I'm just like...
I appreciate that the top entry under the Souls-like tab is Hollow Knight.
For me, it's Elden Ring.
Why would they even show that to you? You're like, oh yeah, he has that. He's played the shit out of it.
Because I don't
Let's
have
find
it on
something else.
PC. I don't have
Oh.
it on
Is it on
PC.
PlayStation?
They don't think they have your money yet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can tell them you already
That
got
will
it.
not stand.
I mean, I'll probably end up buying it on PC eventually anyway, but I can wait for a sale. Cause,
I was gonna get Elden Ring on PS5 since I heard it plays the best.
well,
And I need
one,
to
I
do
think it
something with
depends
the
on your-
PS5.
I think it depends on your computer, and two, join my lobby.
Please subscribe to
Put
my
my sign
newsletter.
down. Get in here. Come on.
Do you need to have PS Plus to do that?
Probably, yeah.
Then not gonna happen.
Well,
Do you need to have PS Plus to play?
I don't know. I mean, I don't
multiplayer?
know.
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
Mortal Shell. I forgot about that. I
I-
bought that and played it for like 5 hours.
I
and then
literally
stopped.
have no. The only person on my PS friends list is Kurt because we were gonna play that 4-player Ratchet and Clank game and then never got around to it.
Yeah.
What was the 4-player
Add
one?
me
Well,
in.
now we
Deadlock?
can play. Now we can play Returnal.
It was called.
It's
we could play
all
Returnal.
4-1.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that.
Excuse me. I can also play Returnal
You
and
should
hate
play
it.
Returnal. How
And
many?
you also said it was garbage, so I figured you didn't
Yeah,
want to.
it's not that great. I mean, it's
There is that modifier of with friends things are more fun.
How many
That's true.
people
It
is
would
it?
probably
Is it
be
just
fun.
2 people or?
I think it's probably just I just sort of assumed it was 2, but I don't know. Let's see.
I will probably pick up Returnal next time it has a good sale.
I like that quite a bit, but I was waiting for the thing that.
Do
was
you
up.
need PlayStation Plus to play Elden Ring online?
How else you play?
I hope not. It's 2020, man.
I got to tell you, man, the services are going the other direction. In general, you need more subscriptions as opposed to fewer.
Yeah.
Yes, you do need it,
Of course.
according to this article.
Well, hell, maybe I should get Elden Ring on PC
I
then,
was gonna say that's a pretty good argument for getting the PC version.
and
I
just
don't know.
live with my less good graphics for
You don't
now.
need to play it on with anybody, anyways.
It looks like it's just one other player, but I don't.
For
They don't
Returnal.
actually. Yeah.
I would still pay for a month of PS Plus to play that.
Get
with
the full
somebody.
Elden Ring experience.
No, Returnal.
Returnal.
Ah, I see. I like the smoke trails that these flame
Yeah, this looks pretty nice.
swingy chandeliers leave, whatever you want to call those. Braziers.
I think this is generally a little bit of an
Braziers.
upgrade over the other game. It's traps.
So many spikes.
I just hate the way the internet works now, where it's like, hey, how many players is this? And people are like, you can play co-op, and it's like, okay. So I'm assuming
Thanks.
Try-
it's 2.
Look for
But-
Co-Optimus. Usually has pretty
Yeah.
good info on
Yeah,
that.
Does
Co-op.
that still exist?
I don't know. Does it not exist? I'd be sad if it didn't.
It's just been a while since
would
I,
be
it's
sad.
been a while since I had a reason to go there. Let's say.
Yeah.
I'm sure it
Uh,
exists.
Co-Optus, your primary source for co-op gaming.
What the
Search.
fuck, game? I
We
guess-
must have used
Returnal.
that site when we were trying to find 8-player games for the last
Yeah.
that time that we actually had 8 people.
2 players. Drop in, drop out.
Okay.
Now the disembodied hands have axes. This is
Local,
a
not
clear
supported.
escalation.
Online is supported.
I like this whole stupid pipe system that's killing you.
Yeah, I should have just looked at where the pipes led, and then
Looking is a sucker's game.
yeah.
For some fucking reason, Returnal is $71 on Amazon.
Really? I mean, it's a $70 game, right?
I guess. I don't know. I don't remember who paid for it. I think I bought it for like 40 on sale, and I was like, yeah, that's I guess right.
Yeah, like I said, I'm waiting for it to go back on sale because in Canada those games are $90.
Nice.
Elden Ring, thankfully, is considered a last generation game, so even on PS5,
Nice.
it is a little cheaper.
I kind of got that vibe like when I was playing it even on PS5. Like it looks good, but there's times where I was just like, this is a PS4 game though.
It is on
It
PS4,
is
right?
literally a PS4, yeah, but it's just like compared to how like Demon Souls remake looked and that, it's like yeah, they could have maybe like done a little bit. It doesn't look bad at all. It's just like, you know, you just get that vibe sometimes.
That's bait.
Where was this the room with the? I think I can heal here, right? Let's see. This is supposed to give me all my stuff back, although maybe I'll lose it
The
all at the
Citadel-
challenge. but we'll see.
Agartha? Agatha?
Yeah. Woo.
The little
Whoa.
air dash. This is relevant to Alex's interests.
Can you? Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think
Can
you
you
can.
can you double jump?
You can like kick off of things, and
That's
you can also.
that's not what I asked you.
you can't-
sir.
No, but in Rogue
This
Legacy, you could
character
unlock
does
like
not have
6
a double
jumps.
Jump. Yeah. Yes.
Well, this character sucks shit. He should die.
Because in Rogue Legacy, you could eventually unlock multiple slots, multiple copies of the dash and double jump, and if you want, you could have like 5
Ah,
double jumps equipped.
This is.
Now you're talking. Hoppo feather build. Let's go.
Yes.
Or Hopoo. I don't know.
Hopo,
Hopo.
Hopo.
Risk of
The-
Rain 2 developers.
This
rather.
sort of
Oh
I
wow.
can't think of how to describe it. That screen morphing effect that when you teleport is good.
Yeah, a little pinchy.
Yeah,
Pinchy
sort
pinchy.
Sort of.
Just jump down and then dash to the right, dude. What are you doing?
I keep forgetting I can air dash.
Oh, okay. There's also a stream delay,
He-
so you're probably like past
he-
where I'm even talking about.
He was just told about it, so give him a break.
Yeah, fuck you.
Listen,
back-
when I get an air dash,
backseat
I'm
air
like,
dasher.
"Yo," when I get
How-
a movement tool in a game, I'm like, cool. How often can I use this? Like,
How
'cause
many times? Yeah,
I can.
100%.
I am not gonna like walking is outlawed. That's gone. We don't do that anymore. You know what I mean?
Step 1, how do I run? Step 2, how do I dash?
Yeah.
I just started a game called Haiku the Robot, and I think that would drive you insane because you get like a ground dash early in the game, but you also have like a heat meter, and you can use it 3 times before your heat maxes out, and then you have to wait. So you can be like dash, 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 but then you have to stop.
All right,
I
what
mean,
I
as
was
long as they
what
do
I was
that
just
in
doing
an
was pretty
interesting
cool.
way. Yeah, I like that.
Where I was like dashing, and
kickoff and then
bouncing
the air
and
dash.
bouncing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That's good. You know, it would be great if you had a double jump.
Like I said, you
probably will get a double
almost
jump.
Certainly get a double or more jump at some point.
No, but like, what if he had it now?
Well, you gotta earn
Con-
the good
consider-
things. Nothing. The good things in life aren't free, Alex. Despite
Well, I
what
mean,
the
that's
song
why we
says.
play. That's why we play video games. Because it's like life sucks, but here I can double jump immediately.
So you're saying
In
if you could
life.
double jump in real life, there would be no problems on Earth
Well, then why do you like Elden Ring
It would
so
solve
much?
a lot of problems, I think.
because the horse can double jump, right?
The horse can double jump in Elden Ring.
But you
that's
can't.
correct.
And you also
You
have to
control
earn
the horse.
Right now, I gotta. I mean, I could maybe someday. I gotta work hard, but
Mhm.
I'm not dead yet. I might learn how to double jump someday.
All right,
Saying
guys,
you
I'm
don't
making
believe in me.
a prediction. In our lifetime, someone will invent double jump boots.
That sounds like Alex is working on it right now.
I am working on it. Yeah, I'm pretty close. I'm
Top
getting
men.
close. Right now, they're not so much double jump boots. It's just like normal shoes.
Boots.
They're,
You put a
well, they're
fan
not
in them.
even- They're not even boots.
They'll-
But I
they'll
have
double- they'll
tentative
double walk.
designs for Is that it? Is that the crystal that gives you the double jump?
It's the air. Lets me air dash anywhere. I
Oh, that's
believe.
pretty good.
Oh, because
Yes,
this was like a whole long level you had to do to get the air
unlock
dash.
The air dash, yeah.
So, Steam World Dig style of like,
Yes.
you want this power up, use it to get through this gauntlet.
Yeah.
You
I
talk,
feel like
talk,
there's
you
another
want to talk
game.
about a goddamn great Metroidvania style game. SteamWorld Dig
Definitely.
2. The-
That's a
the
good-ass
only thing
game.
wrong with
Okay,
SteamWorld
I was
Dig
gonna
2.
I was gonna say you have to put a 2 at the end of that to make that.
Yeah.
stick.
Oh yeah, the first one
Okay.
is more of a curiosity.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It is fine.
The only thing wrong with SteamWorld Dig 2 is that it came out the same year Hollow Knight did. It was
That's
like
true.
it came out. And
Also,
it was
it's
great,
no SteamWorld
and then
Heist.
and then
Wait, was it
Hollow Knight-
2017?
Yeah, it was the same year as Hollow Knight. And then Hollow Knight came out, and pretty much everybody forgot about SteamWorld Dig 2. But SteamWorld
Mm.
Dig 2 is like kind of a perfect game. Like it's like super tight, and you're always like there's always good forward momentum, and it's like fun all the way through. It's great.
Yeah.
Fucking grappling hook in that game, dude.
Yeah, some of the movement stuff you get at the end of that game is bananas. Good. It's really fun.
I can't believe SteamWorld Heist came out the year before.
SteamWorld Heist. Also
The year
good.
before this year?
No,
What?
the year
No,
before
the year
SteamWorld Dig
before
2.
Dig 2.
Oh, Heist. Yes, Heist.
They're
Heist
only
is,
they're
Heist
only
is
a
great.
year apart. Heist is
No, I'm thinking of the Quest game.
That came out
Hand of Gilgamesh.
2 years ago, three years
That's-
ago.
Fucking,
I didn't even bother to look at that after you guys bitched about it so
Yeah.
they're
much.
so boring.
It's very boring.
It's just really boring.
It's very
Makes me
boring.
super sad considering Heist and Dig 2.
Made me very sad too.
I thought someday they'll put out a sequel. And,
They have a new game last year, The Gunk
yeah, that's not actually
action adventure video game.
really that same team. I don't think.
Well, because there's 2 teams now, but I think I don't know because there's also this like kind of bounty hunter thing that they're working on. But I thought maybe the bounty hunter one wasn't the main team. I don't know.
The Gunk looks all right. It's like a like collect and build kind of game.
Yeah.
It seemed like people
I
liked
gather
it,
them up.
but didn't love it. Love it, I guess. No. I have died. I think this recap
Sorry.
thing is pretty neat. I like that quite a bit. Shows you where you went. And,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I like this.
Pacifist. Gold plus 150%. Also irritable bosses.
Irritable what? Irritable bowel syndrome.
Syndrome.
I like the little peace sign that you get.
Yeah. Should we
Can you not attack at all?
I don't know. I'm gonna check it out though.
It's worth doing that just to find out what that is.
Yeah.
And also IBS. You kind of gotta know what that is so that you
I think I have a
just
pretty good idea of what that's gonna be.
sabotage.
Arsenal. What's mastery rank? Every warrior.
Could be unlocked.
You now gain mastery XP with each class. Gain enough XP to rank up and earn permanent stat bonuses. That sounds pretty good.
Permanent stat bonuses is good. Murdered by Pirates is good.
So she can teach you some fearsome moves.
So far, this seems promising, and
Yeah.
if
I'm
they
liking
got
it so
a
far.
bigger variety in classes, then it won't feel as grindy as the first game did. It will depend a little bit how it's balanced in terms of the upgrades. Like
Yeah, apparently this game does have some Metroidvania kind of stuff where you there's certain areas.
Beards
and
are
the-
mandatory.
And the further levels that you can't get through until you unlock certain skills.
it's like Dead Cells,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yes. Well, like that air dash thing. I assume that I permanently have that now.
Yeah,
But I think there's a.
but Dead Cells did that with now you can make vines appear, which means the
Yes.
only way to get to one of the biomes is to make a vine and go up, and so you could do that immediately from any new any new run that you do now that you have that.
Yes.
60% less HP, and you can't attack, and you fart a lot.
Well, that's
So
the
that's
irritable
just
bowel
my
syndrome.
real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems problematic.
I'm excited to meet you. I'm a living dummy. Hey, me too.
Like grapple points up there, little metal shields hanging down.
You can kick jump off of those.
Oh, those are pirouette points.
I believe there is some kind of grapple hook that you get at some point. Oh, she just tells me what I've got. All right. Yeah, that kick jumping off things is quite fun.
Yeah, I've played Hollow Knight.
Yeah, I played Tony Hawk.
Okay, so your little sign doesn't do damage, but it does push.
It does let you move.
Well, no, it pushes enemies backwards.
Oh, okay.
So it's
So you can just avoid
yes.
them by pushing them away and running.
The Pacifist run.
Increase. Do I just get to choose? Yeah, okay, you pick one. But I mean that's a fun. It's not just you're not just useless or whatever, right? You can still
Yep.
You can take advantage of that gold bonus by running around and grabbing chests and things.
Yep.
Presumably that's why you'd pick the character.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to do some gold farming.
I want to say the first game had something along those lines too, didn't
There
it?
was a minor class that didn't do a lot of
Oh.
damage but got extra gold, I think.
Oh, Oh, definitely intriguing. I could see myself grabbing this.
Yeah, it seems all right. I mean, like I said, part of the problem is that there's just a lot of them now. So
Mm-hmm.
you have a lot of options.
Yeah, but having played the first one, I'm a little bit more interested in revisiting this and
Yeah.
seeing what's different and whether it's made adequate changes.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, just early access has been good for especially this style of game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's ridiculous how much Dead Cells. It's ridiculous how much Dead Cells has evolved over the years that I've been playing it. It's almost unrecognizable from when I first started playing that
I
game.
remember when I started playing it, you were like, "This game's unrecognizable,"
Yeah.
and since then I have stopped playing it, and like 8 things have come out. You know what I mean? So it's like
Mhm.
now it's unrecognizable from what I've played.
When I
So,
died,
Like
well,
when I died,
so
the
it's
character
double
farted.
unrecognizable.
It's very funny to me. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It's very true to life.
Yeah. Put money in the safe.
Lane by Estaffins.
The Duelist.
What if like your dad was like gonna go fight the evil whatever, and they just died to some like bullshit?
Oh,
And then you
dude,
were
check out
like,
this
I have
down
to-
strike. Oh man.
And they were like, I have to take up their cause, but then like you also just died to some random bullshit.
That's this video game for sure.
I know, but like, wouldn't that suck?
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the. Oh, that's a good down strike.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I could put money in the safe. Sorry, I don't have any money left, so.
Right, because when you go back to the first day, you lose all the money you have. You gotta go to the bank.
All right, so what's the best one of these kind
You
of
gotta make
games?
sure the moon doesn't kill you.
You gotta play the Song of Time backwards.
Yeah.
Hades, right?
Hades,
Yes.
yeah.
The best one, a roguelike like?
Yeah.
Hades is
No.
far from being my favorite.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really good. But Hades is the one that I play and it's like, oh, I'm so happy all you people have found roguelike likes, but I've been playing these games for 10 years and
Yeah, me too, but I still think it's the best one.
I was joking when I said Hades. I was like, I thought you were asking what game I was talking about, and I was like, yes, I'm talking about Hades.
No, no.
So
What's
that
the
is
best
not
one?
the answer to the question. I would say Dungeon of the Endless, if we're gonna count that.
Dungeon of the Endless is very good.
Pretty good.
I might go with Slay the Spire in terms of just most
Spire
good
is, like,
most good game.
think
Dead Cells is kind of phenomenal just in how it controls. It has a
Well,
few
yeah,
issues,
That's
but
probably my top 3.
yeah,
As
those are the big ones.
Hades,
FTL's up there as well, but
uh,
as we mentioned, the final
Dungeon
boss
of the
kind of
Endless, and I mean, I played like 100 some odd hours of Spelunky. That game's freaking incredible.
Yeah.
That was, I think that's I still think that's like the pinnacle of like proc gen level design. I like that game, like the levels that game generates are really. Oh man, this has like an upstrike too.
go Valkyrie.
Yeah, and you can like oh, did I? Okay, hang on a second.
Yeah.
You have a
that's real
downstrike.
good.
You have a downstrike, and also a
A dash
down
strike?
splash thing. Well, no, you can jump and like slash down, and so you can also do that like during an air dash. Does it cancel your air dash? Looks like it maybe even cancels your air dash. Let's see.
I
Yeah, it
honestly
does.
like Binding of Isaac a whole lot. Like I think I
Binding
played
of
something
Isaac's
like
great.
60 hours of that game.
I
like
played Rebirth, and I played like 70 or 80 hours of that also. That game's great. Also, my
It is-
current- Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say it is great and it's super revolting, and I was able to get over that once, but now I never want to get over it again. Like I've never wanted to have another Isaac phase just because I'm like, ugh, I'm gonna have
Yep.
to deal with all that again.
That's part of
why
what I like about it.
Yep.
I,
Is it?
No.
Oh yeah, for
No.
sure.
No. No. Not allowed. Like, what if a game had all the great mechanics that you like wanted, and it'd be like, oh well, I want that. And it's like, what if it was also just like everybody was like a poop man and was like made out of
Yes.
shit
Yes.
blood?
Thank you.
Now, Alex, there's
Nah,
also
dude.
child abuse.
Oh great. Let me get right.
I mean, that's
Hang on,
literally
I'll
what
be
the
right
s-
there.
That's
Hang on.
literally what the story of the game is. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
you get revenge, maybe if you get good enough. Oh
get
man.
good.
Okay.
Ooh,
All right.
yep.
You can do the bouncing on enemies' heads thing with the down thrust. So this game.
Well, of course you
fucking
can.
Old.
If you couldn't, this game would be bullshit. I'd say turn it off and refund it.
The Scrooge McDuck. That's all it takes to make you happy.
Yeah. No, down thrust
No,
from Zelda
because I
2.
didn't. Yeah, I was gonna say first. Yeah, it's the It's the. I mean, it's kind of the same thing a little bit, but
Kind of.
whatchamacallit? No, because I did not like the DuckTales remaster. So no, it is not all I
That's
need.
original DuckTales' fault.
What do you mean? No,
How
I,
am I
I
supposed
didn't
to
like what
get
the
out of
remake
that?
did. The original DuckTales is like an unfuckwithable game.
It's all right.
Yeah. So why
I
are
mean,
you
it's-
complaining about the remaster? Who cares about the remaster? Just play the good one.
I think
Oh, I mean,
the
I
original
would if I
DuckTales
wanted
is
to.
really fun to play, but I think that the level design's a little
Well, it's
goofy.
a
It's
pretty
like-
slight game.
I was gonna say it's like it's a game you can beat in like 20 minutes, so it's not like a
The mechanics are great, and the music.
Which,
and
not
stuff
against
is
that. That's
great.
not a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's just I'm not
No,
saying it's
but
the
it's
greatest
just
game
kinda-
ever. It's just fun and there's good music and there's cool mechanics.
It's an all right
and
romp, yeah.
yeah, it's a fun little romp. That's it.
But
Um,
if it had level design like Mega Man 2 or something, then it would be like an all-time great.
Ironically, it was made by the
what
Mega
was I
Man team.
saying? I was talking to my sister and her friend the other day, and he was basically talking about like Breath of the Wild, and that's like his favorite game ever. He loved it. Like
Good
insane.
choice.
That's a
Like
good
yeah,
game,
right.
yeah.
Well, it's great, right? And so, but that's he was talking about. He was like asking me like, oh, did you play the Pokemon Arceus or whatever it's called? And I was like, no, and I'm like, but I heard it was good. And he's like, oh, I played it, but I didn't like it. Blah blah blah. And basically, like when I was asking him, pressing him on that, he was more or less like, it wasn't as good as Breath of the Wild, essentially. And I was like, well, like not as good of like one of the best things that's ever existed is like not really like a criticism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and
Turns
then,
Well,
out
I
that's
saw a
almost
movie the other
everything.
day, but it wasn't as good as the conversation, so I don't really know
Right.
how you
that was
So,
kind of
yeah.
bullshit,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
the same kind of thing. Like, is DuckTales the greatest game of all time? No, but like, I don't know, it's
good.
pretty fun.
It's good.
The Moon music.
It's
is
a good
great.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like-
wanted to. Risk of Rain 2 has risen up my ranks of this style of game quite a bit over the last 6, especially since the DLC came out. It finally feels complete. I think. I would say. There's like
I think-
the additional enemies and levels and items and like the push pull of the void items and stuff like that. It's just makes that a lot more fun to me.
You really make me wish I liked it.
Listen, man, you guys put it on easy and play by yourself a few times and just like learn
Figure it
how
out,
all
and then you'll
works.
like
Yeah,
it.
and then you'll be into it more. I played like 2 hours. I did like a 2-hour run on easy with the commando the other night, where I got a shatter spleen and a bunch of bleed effects, and just all the enemies were just like I was stacking bleed up to like 100, and everything was just I was killing bosses on level 20 in like 4 seconds, and it was pretty awesome.
What was I gonna say? Oh, to briefly, because you mentioned it, to get back to why I don't like Returnal.
Hmm.
What you just mentioned, where you're like, oh, the power-ups and blah blah blah. It's like in Returnal, it's like, okay, man, check this out. If you take 10% more damage, you do like
Yeah, yeah,
5% more damage.
Yes,
And it's
that
like,
is
what
that
the
game's
fuck?
that's that game's big flaw. That's why
That's
I
the
don't
problem
count
with that
as
game,
one of
is
my
that you-
favorites of those.
You don't want
It's-
to take any of the power-ups.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're not exciting. They're all like, even if they don't have a negative aspect, it's like you do like 5% more damage. It's like,
Right.
alright, I guess. But it's not like,
It's not
you
like
can now
Risk of
like
Rain
double air
or-
dash or like
Who
quintuple
even
jump.
cares?
Yeah, it's like it's all like, here's a super marginal incremental increase, and it's like, all right, I'm not excited about that. Like,
Yeah, I
but
mean, it's
I'll
not
take
even
it.
though it's not even those ones that are the problem. There's like there are items in that game that are supposed to have like a push pull kind of a thing where it's like
Yeah.
it has an upside and a downside. Do you want to take it? And it's almost always like
Not worth
either
it.
the downside is negligible, so you take it because like why wouldn't you? Or the downside is like so bad that you would never take it because
Yeah.
there's no like there's like no upside that can compensate for it. And like, but the reason
And-
I like
and did
that
it-
game is because it's one of the best playing 3D action games I've ever played in my entire life. So
I don't really agree with that. I feel like it's
Well,
kind of awkward.
no,
I will be the judge when I play
Yeah,
it.
Mike can be the yeah. There you go.
The arbiter.
But yeah, it is definitely it's a pretty fucking big problem when one of your core mechanics is just like, you know,
Not that interesting.
not that
I
interesting,
remember
yeah.
in a review I read somewhere they said like they were talking about it, and I ended up feeling exactly the same way, which is that like
Do I want twin
you-
ivy roots or the catalyst?
clearly
Mm.
the catalyst.
Yeah, but
it's gonna
twin
make-
ivy roots, there are two of them.
There are
Right,
it
but the
also
catalyst is
costs
gonna,
twice as
like-
much. Also, I don't
it's
know
gonna,
what
like-
resolve is. Do you guys know what resolve
Cost twice
is?
as much. Obviously, must be
It's
better.
got the same
It's a-
icon as what 225% is.
It's the thing
Yeah.
you use when your cat throws up on the
On the floor?
on
Yeah,
the
on
floor.
carpet,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't
It
know,
is
man.
true.
Catalyze, you're gonna get a bigger reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna
It
go.
might explode.
I'm gonna go with.
Stand
ivy
your ground, the
Maybe I
roots
can
will
buy
bind
both.
you, and then what's the other one
Deal-
say?
Oh, ivy roots deal 25% bonus damage while on the ground.
Okay. Not that exciting, I guess.
That exciting.
I mean, more damage is good, but that means you can't. You're gonna do less damage when you're air dashing.
Well,
I
don't
mean, you
do
got a
less
character
than-
who's all about jumping and stabbing, so.
Right. You just don't do as much damage.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have went with a catalyst. I have a feeling that
I
had to
think
do
you
with.
You
magic.
might have wanted to read this first.
It doesn't
you
tell
might
me
wanna
what
read
those.
this
It
first.
doesn't tell me what the items do. It just. Tells
No,
me
but
how
you
the-
were like, I don't know
the
what a resolve
thing.
is. It's
Yeah.
like
Going below 100% resolve will lower your maximum health. Gain bonus resolve based on your total weight. Staying light can grant an extra 125 bonus resolve.
Okay.
But so there was a whole weight system in the original game that determined how much knockback you would take when you were hitting enemies or getting hit by enemies.
Oh,
and
that
there.
sucks.
And character classes that had like super low weight were kind of like borderline unplayable because you would just like get knocked into spikes and stuff all the time.
this sounds.
I don't remember that at all.
It's true.
It's true.
I'd kind of
It's
forgotten
true,
about it,
it's
but
true.
that is like one of the key things of like one of the key differences between the characters. Like one of the few that like actually had like big gameplay implications.
What was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Something
Uh,
We're
stupid.
talking about how cool Risk of Rain 2 is.
Listen, Kurt, you're not wrong. So no, but the thing that Returnal sucks about is like you go through this run,
Uh-huh.
you do well, you get a bunch of upgrades. They're all kind of incremental, but all adds up to you being pretty strong. Something happens and you die, and you're like, instead of you don't get the feeling of like, man, that was cool, I want to go again. You get the feeling of like, fuck, do I want to do all that again? And the answer is like, usually no. And
Well, that's why I'm going to get it on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't like that game. Is that like
I just-
it's
I-
so close to like a awesome game.
Yeah, because
It's
I
so
enjoyed
close.
the feeling of running and dashing and shooting. That was why I played so much of it. But I definitely, like I said, I definitely agree that but maybe they fixed a lot of that. Like I haven't played it since
I
the
haven't played
patches
all
came
that
out,
yet.
and
Yeah,
there was
same.
another big update when they added the save system, and then obviously there's another
Body
update
buffet.
with the, yeah, that sounds pretty. If you're not picky, everything can be delicious. I have a feeling that is health regen when killing.
That's probably like
enemies.
eating monster corpses or something like that.
Twin corrupting reagent, not for consumption.
The corrupting part is the question.
Says
mark.
you.
All right, we're taking the. we're
Oh,
going
yeah,
with the
come on.
Google, Yeah. Dashing leaves a poisonous cloud behind for 2 seconds.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
that's for
Yeah.
me, baby.
Yeah, that's good. That's the Hades fart cloud
Fart,
build.
fart, dude. Yeah,
That
fart
let
bill.
me beat Hades the first time. I assume at some point you get a thing. I bet at some point you get a thing that lets your air dash make you like gives you iframes or something.
Seems like that would be something that would come along. Yeah.
I mean, air dashes don't need iframes.
Oh, but they're better if they have them.
They certainly are. I'm just saying, like, you know, there's a different, you know, utility for.
Alex celebrates all the air dashes,
Yeah,
even the
mean,
crappy ones.
Listen, if you give me a dodge roll of any kind, now whether that dodge roll is a proper dodge roll or whether it's an air dash with iframes, like I'm not gonna turn that down. However, I'm just saying like air dash is usually to cover distance.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean?
I didn't realize that whole platform was the flippy doors.
You know what
Oh, yeah.
is super awesome? What the
Huh.
best mechanic to have
Problematic.
iframes is
Ugh.
jumps.
Jumps?
Yeah,
What's wrong with jumps?
when you jump and you're invincible temporarily.
Oh. Nah, I don't know. I'd rather have.
Listen,
Should I try
if Devil May
Wizard?
Cry has taught me anything, it's that I'm right. Oh no, you died.
I don't
You're
know.
on a platform. All of your attacks apply Spore Burst.
Warburst.
On
Where
an
did you see
ivy.
that?
That's what it said.
So if you're standing on Ivy, like, play as a mage. Wand of Blasting. Blast those motherfuckers.
Alright, let's try mage.
Spending 50 mana grants charge. Next attack is a skill crit.
It's an old person.
Hey,
The definition of
say
old,
that?
the architect has witnessed the death of over 1,000 sons and seen the rise and fall of humanity and to ape kind.
Ape kind.
Yeah. Also, is that a standard number 2 pencil behind his ear? I just noticed that while writing this. Great.
Screw Distillery.
I don't
Oh.
know. I need level 18. Let's take one of those. I kind of want to just. Oh. Let's see. Let's buy some better weapons here. Leather weapon?
That's a blueprint you picked up in that run.
Yeah. That's just a weird.
Yeah. That's
Leather
called a whip.
Unity.
That's called a whip.
Yeah, having it equipped. Okay, I see. It has a little bit.
I like
of
that your guy has long brown hair and a white beard.
Yeah,
It's just the wizardly way, I guess.
I guess. Can I aim this thing or? Doesn't seem like it.
It seems like if they give you that round,
Yeah, it seems like you should
Target
be able to
thing,
aim
you
with the
would
other
be able to
stick
point
or
it.
something, right?
yeah,
Or at least plant your feet and aim, but
yeah.
I do like that they kept the dumb walk animation from the other game.
That was a very good animation.
Yeah.
Definitely not on the list of things that needed changing.
Ba-dum-ba-dum-dum.
Walking. Oh, okay. He's the one that can walk the world. Okay. How do I give him gold?
Oh, is he the guy that locks the castle from run to
Yeah,
run?
It's the same guy as the last game, I think. I don't know. This wizard's probably fine, but I mean, okay, he just takes some of what you give to. I should have went back and spent some of that money somewhere else. I mean, it's just,
No, yeah, that ain't great.
that's fine.
Not an actual bank.
Yeah, it just gives like it's like a 401k program or something.
Well, back in that time, it's like a 4K.
Yeah.
Just a 401.
They hadn't
Yeah,
discovered
401.
one yet.
401A.
Oop. Oh wow, that's pretty neat. Also good.
Speaking of things that start with 4 and end with K, there's apparently a Warhammer 40K XCOM like that just came out.
Oh really?
Huh.
Isn't that? Is that? There's like a Warhammer 40K, like Left 4 Dead style thing coming out soon, isn't there?
I don't know. Isn't like every game out of one game out of 3 is a Warhammer game?
Something like that. Yeah, they're pretty fast and loose with who they. You could make a Warhammer game if you wanted to,
I think I already have.
for like $20. Okay, and you can like suck mana out of guys too when you hit them with your spell. That's
Wow.
pretty neat. It's pretty neat. I'm probably gonna end up playing Valkyrie all the time.
You gotta type.
Honest, yeah. Any enemy with your weapon will generate a damage.
And that
aura
type
or
is
un-
6 Spear Lady.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You're dashing.
yeah, you can air dash. Well, I can air dash with anybody because
You can, right.
But I can,
Yeah.
down thrust and
But
the
down
thrust
thrust.
is the big thing.
Yeah.
Ouch! Look at all that metal. Make some new armor. I don't know. Did you guys check out any of that Overwatch 2 stuff?
I listened to the long rant on Waypoint Radio, and it made it sound like a game I definitely don't want to play.
That sounded like I don't. There was a lot of stuff in that was not accurate to the Overwatch experience. As I like the sentiment was right, but like a lot of the details were wrong. I'll say, especially because.
But is it true that the game has gotten a lot faster, a lot shorter time to kill, a lot more
I mean,
just kind of shooting people in the face, kind of?
kind of. I mean, like, one of the big problems I had with that rant is that she's like, they added a bunch of hit scan characters, and they added like 2 hit scan characters. And also the idea that you should be dealing as much damage with healers as you should be healing also does not seem accurate to me. But I don't know. I don't play at a super high level anymore. I just play quick play. But also, like, a lot of that stuff was done in response to the biggest problem with Overwatch, the one thing that everybody is right about when it comes to Overwatch is the thing that ruined Overwatch is that
People.
Blizzard. Well, listen.
Well,
that's-
only a specific group of people.
but it's not even the people that play the game. It's because you know, I don't know if Blizzard or Activision or however you want to frame it, but like the people that were in charge of Blizzard wanted to make Overwatch into an
Esport.
esport, right? A thing that like generated money not just because of it being a good game, but also because of making people want to watch it.
Right.
And so because it was beholden to the Overwatch League stuff, it just wasn't. I'll try Barbarian.
It wasn't balanced for the cash.
Right, it was not balanced to be a fun video game. It was balanced to be a game that was fun for people to watch, and it also meant that they had to like constantly chase.
It changed the meta and
Right, because you can't have it get stale because then it's boring to watch, right?
right.
And also, it like especially once. I mean, the biggest problem, the thing that drove me away was like however many years ago when it was like the 3 tank and a 2 healer, 1 DPS.
The goat?
Yeah, the goats thing that was
I knew it.
dominant across all. Oh, wow. Check out the sick ass. Oh, man. When you jump and hold X as the barbarian, you just spin and swing your axe around.
I just saw it.
That's fucking cool.
Yes.
All right, this
Did
game.
you do it again?
This
I'm waiting
game
to
is-
see it.
This game is fucking
waiting to
all
see
right,
it.
man. It's all I'm doing right
Oh,
now.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real good.
But so like a lot of what happened after that was all response to the goats meta. Was them like trying to.
We got to take care of these goats.
Well, that was the thing that made them put the roll queue in. That took a lot of the creativity out of the game, especially in the mid and lower levels, where having somebody who is good at playing Mei or whatever was important, or could be important. Who's a character that just would never have been. And then also all the character changes and stuff, like them redesigning Symmetra like 3 times and having it get less and less fun every time was a real bummer.
That was really what broke me of Overwatch, is
Okay,
when they
Mike
ruined
started.
Symmetra.
Yeah.
They ruined my girl.
I know. Well, that was the same thing that happened to me with Diva, is that they like changed her a bunch of times, and then the state they left her in because she was too good in the high level competitive stuff just made her not fun for anybody else to play. And then the real reason why the time to kill is so much lower than it used to be is because they can't move when you use this axe. Just plant your feet. Good to know. Is because they drastically reduced the amount of shields and also the like recharge time on the shields for all the shield characters. So like Reinhardt's shield like dropped by, I don't know, it's like 1200 health now, and it,
Like 12
it
or
was like
1250.
it
used
was
to be
2000, and then they dropped it to
Yeah.
1600, and now it's like 1200 or whatever. And Orissa's shield is like can block hardly any damage, and also
She
Well,
doesn't
Larissa's
have a
getting
shield.
totally remade, right?
Yeah, she
well,
literally
that's
does not
Overwatch
have a
2.
shield.
I was talking about Overwatch 1. In Overwatch
Oh,
2,
okay,
she's
okay.
like a I don't even know what she is anymore. But I didn't get into the beta, so I haven't played it, but I watched a little bit of it, and it just doesn't. I don't know what the point of having. I mean, it's actually a beta, for one thing. It's not a. That's not going to be what Overwatch 2 is when it comes out. 'cause
Yeah,
it seems
most
like,
most betas these days are basically like, well, the game's almost out here.
Yeah.
Try it.
It definitely
Most
seems
betas
like,
are like network tests.
right.
Yeah, right.
Like if you remember, like that was like a big thing, like back in the Xbox 360 days. Is like everybody would say, like pre-order to get into the beta, and then the beta was just like a demo that came out a couple weeks before.
Here's a weekend where you can play it.
Right. This seems
that's
like an
gonna be
actual
exactly
beta
the same.
Going on.
where they actually don't have, like, they've lost the plot. And I also think that, like, what they're doing with it would make a lot more sense if they were making it for a competitive league that probably isn't going to exist for much longer. Like, I don't think Microsoft is going to continue to spend all that money to make the Overwatch League a thing.
My God, Microsoft owns Overwatch.
Microsoft owns Overwatch. Well, not quite yet, but they will soon, assuming things go to plan. So,
Microsoft has Overwatch on layaway.
yeah. But what I've seen of Overwatch 2 just seems like they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and so this beta
Great.
seems like an odd thing where they're gonna maybe. The original Overwatch was kind of like that. Also, when it was out in beta, it was like, this seems neat, but like I'm not sure that Blizzard knows how to make a shooter. Was a pretty common sentiment when that first came out, and then by the time it was actually out, it was quite good, and then they ruined it by because they were beholden to an esport league that nobody really wanted to watch. So
I always heard that watching Overwatch was not very interesting.
I mean, is there any shooter you would want to watch?
No.
People like watching Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike, and I think people like the other big one is like
Valorant,
obviously
maybe?
Valorant is big, and then the
Valorant's Counter-Strike.
right Valorant. Well,
That's
yes.
true. That is a good point. I
But
can't
the other-
contradict you.
The other type of shooter people like to watch is the battle royale games. But like,
Yeah, those have a bit more of like a narrative to them.
right, exactly. Fortnite is big. Apex and PUBG are all pretty popular still on Twitch. But anything that's just a regular shooter, be it whatever, even if the game was relatively popular, they tend not to have a lot of legs.
Well, I mean, that's just sort of a thing now in general, isn't it? That people don't really want just like regular shooters anymore. It's Call of Duty. That's the only one that's a regular shooter, quote unquote, that's still around.
Yeah.
Like Battlefield.
Well, I mean,
like,
even
has not
a game
really
like
get any
Overwatch.
traction
Yeah,
for, yeah,
it's true. I mean, yeah, right,
for
nobody
multiple
plays.
sequels now, and then yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I expect whatever, and also like the pitch of Overwatch 2 was like the PvE stuff with all the character progressions and
Yeah.
stuff. Like that was the thing that made it justify it being a actually Overwatch.
A
2.
new product.
Yeah, and then they the idea was that like you were gonna pay for that and then also get all the new characters and stuff in the
Well,
PvP
let's be
stuff,
realistic.
but-
What happened is that the company has imploded since then, and
Right.
so who knows like what's going on now internally.
Right. Well, I
And
mean,
they're just trying to like recoup whatever they can.
the
now.
guy that loved Overwatch and was the lead developer on it, and it was kind of his baby. He left because what the game was becoming was not what he wanted to make, right?
Yeah.
Because he was one of the few people at Blizzard, one of the few management people in Blizzard whose like name hasn't been, dragged through
Besmirched.
the mud for, being a disgusting dick bag. So yeah, I don't know. Everything about Blizzard is a fucking mess, and generally I am against big, corporate mergers and stuff. Like,
It can't hurt.
it can't. Right? It's not going to make that. It's not going to hurt for them to get like Activision is like a dead company basically, and so like something needs to happen. It either needs to die and be split up, or being sold to Microsoft's not the worst thing that could happen to that.
Your HP is like very little.
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't really know why that is. If it's one of my traits, maybe, or
I think it has.
Can you pause and see your traits?
oh, right here. Okay, the springtime of youth will end sooner or later. Health regenerates, but you lose max HP when hit.
Oh,
That's why.
wow.
That's kind of a weird trait.
Hypercoagulation. Okay.
So does that alternate? I guess. Ugh.
Oh, your health does regenerate.
Yeah, it does.
The plunky.
That's technically like sort of the same because it regenerates so quickly, but it's like
Yeah, but my max health was down to like 28 when I died.
that's what I mean. Is like you. It's one of those things where it's like it's just different. It makes it seem like you have more
That's-
health, but you really don't.
Yeah.
That's a thing that I would die so fast in that because I don't
I
play
would hate
cleanly
that,
enough to
yeah.
make that a viable strategy.
Hats on helms.
I'm just too aggressive on all this shit.
Duels and dance battles have two things in common. They both start with D and they both end when somebody's dead. Let's see. Make a gym? Sure. Oh, here's the kitchen. Let's try the chef character. Which is definitely the first one most people reference when they talk about some of the weird classes.
Nice. Yeah, this has definitely got me intrigued enough to probably pick this up.
Yeah, it seems
It's been a while since I played a roguey likey.
Oh, my Osteogenesis imperfecta, gold plus 200%. You die in one hit.
Nice.
CIP,
see your health.
no pain, no fame frame of reference. Can't see your health. Gold plus 25%. Well, I know I only have one hit, so none of that other shit matters.
There you go. Working the system.
Yeah, can't see your health and you die in one hit are different things. So yeah, that's a perfect match actually.
Yeah,
Tapping forehead gif.
just
Your
don't get
weapon
hit.
applies
That's right.
burn.
I have to. I
Oh,
have
hey.
to channel Alex.
Guess what? The chef class has low health.
In this case, no
You
health.
don't say. Yeah. Yeah, challenge.
Oh, you don't
me
even have a
for,
health bar.
Channel me, just don't get hit. I would simply dodge roll. If I was gonna get hit with fatal.
If
damage,
I were the
would
tarnished, I would
simply
simply not
die.
be where that sword was.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. As a matter of fact, I have done that. I did beat that. I don't know if I told you guys that. I beat
What?
that.
Oh, you
You
finished
did.
Elden Ring?
Yeah, I literally just
Yay.
like sat down and was like, "Oh, cool. I'm gonna like start working towards." Because I was like at the end basically anyway. I was like, but I knew I had like 4 or 5 bosses to fight.
I was
so
gonna
I'm
say I
not-
thought you said you did, and then I realized when you said you were close, and then Eric said, "What ending did you get?" And you said, "No, I'm not quite there yet."
Whoa.
Yeah. But I was like, oh, I have to fight like the big super boss and like the final boss. There's like a few bosses before that in like a little section. I was like, all right, I gotta
That
sit
shit
down
out.
and just do this. And I was like, I'll start plugging away at it. It'll probably take me a few days. I kind of like did it in like 2 or 3 hours. I was like, oh, all right. Yeah, I like your Hadoken.
Your power's
thing.
too great, Alex.
I mean, that kind of is that game's fatal flaw, is that by the end, if you're just playing through the game and trying to do everything, by the end, you just become so fuck awful powerful that it's like the game is just, there is no game anymore, you just win. So it's like, I mean, that's not entirely true. There's
Whoa, I love that
in
Huh?
relative
Kamehameha beam that your chef has.
yeah.
Is that a chef power, or do you get that somewhere else?
I think it's just like you randomly roll those abilities. I think.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
You just have a super badass Goku chef.
Oh, so when you hit somebody with your flame pan, they like start on fire and do damage over time. That's pretty neat.
That's good.
That's pretty neat.
Just like in real life.
Twin corrupting. Ooh, the Circuit Stinger. The sting is quick,
Now you're
but the
resting.
pain is endless. You're definitely gonna pick that one. Your weapon applies 1 stack of poison.
There you go.
Yeah. So now I'm-
BOT build, poison and fire.
I know. Yeah, I've got a good commando build for Risk of Rain 2.
Mhm. Anyway, yeah, you should try Elden Ring now.
I
I
was
might
thinking-
just.
Was thinking this
It's good.
weekend maybe I'm gonna maybe jump back into that.
It's not perfect, and it's not my favorite Souls game, but it's very good. Is my ultimate like thing on it.
Which
It's,
one's
like,
your favorite?
probably the game in
You
the
can't-
Bloodborne still.
Oh,
Bloodborne.
okay.
No question. Yeah, Kurt knows.
You mean the game that he talks about incessantly all the time?
All
Yeah.
the time.
I thought
yeah.
that was Elden Ring.
And Harangue's arrogant.
That's been it
about playing.
recently, but then I got further in the game and I got to the parts that are like, hey, we've
Less-
got a
less
big
good.
idea and we're swinging for the fences, and it's like, oh, you didn't quite get there, buddy.
The fence is over there.
Yeah, exactly.
They like what did it
exactly.
like bounce off the green monster?
Fence is a little farther than you thought they were.
There's a bunch of cool ideas in that game, and just like, without spoiling anything, just some of them don't land, and it's like kind of a. There's a lot of like areas where I was like, well, this is really fucking annoying,
Yeah.
and it's like it's not impossible, and you get through it, but that's a tradition in Souls games.
I was gonna say
almost,
all
isn't it?
those games at least have
Yeah.
a handful of areas that are like that.
Yeah, there's the fucking Bed of Chaos. There's that fucking dragon guy in Demon Souls. There's, this game's gimmick boss fight is like probably my least favorite gimmick boss fight in any Souls game. And then
Wow.
there's like,
That's
Yeah.
a
That
tall
bar is
order.
high.
Yeah.
it's
Ew.
it's not
New
great.
skill.
It's
Oh boy.
But
look
again,
what
I don't
we
wanna
have
spoil
here. Another
anything,
soul
but-
has come to roost. You seeking
and
my
other
power,
people
eh?
like it, so your mileage may vary, I suppose. But anyway.
You know what I see when I look at you? I see a scared little soul with snot coming out your nose and poop coming out your butt.
I
What?
did not think that was actually what was being said.
That's exactly what it said.
You're this ugly on the
Enter
outside.
heirloom.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Let's give it a shot.
Happy Star Wars Day, everyone.
Yep.
Tune in memory to your subs. Oh, okay. Now I can talk. I can.
You're gonna
listen
get all
to
your
those.
HP back if you beat this.
Yay!
Dude, nice.
All of it.
All right. Just calm down. Remember the lesson you're all he gives you only two choices. Only sides a third. Oh, I see.
This is like some kind of puzzle thing.
So one of my friends sent me a thing. Speaking of Star Wars Day, said, "If today is May the 4th be with you, does that mean tomorrow is Revenge of the 5th?"
Arg.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Sorry, Lady Emily.
Womp womp.
I mistimed my kick jump. Enter the golden doors. Your king demands it. Okay.
You were having trouble practice dodging, dude. They just told you to get fucking good. They told you
Yeah.
to seek the golden order.
IBS every day is Taco Tuesday. You fart a
You
lot.
fart a lot.
Wow. Wow. Tesla
for
spike.
Joey.
Tesla spike.
Mm.
Boo.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
on this show,
Like-
we're all in favor of electric cars, and
Not
Teslas seem
Teslas,
like
though.
no. It's the guy that runs the company that's the bad thing.
That's what
Correct.
makes it bad. It's not the
yeah,
cars.
but the problem is that all those companies are run
What?
by other.
Every other car company is run by a piece of shit too.
Right.
That's also true.
The problem
Or
is
every other
when
big
You're
company.
just they're just not as obvious. Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
They're not usually
Most
public
CEOs are
companies.
sociopaths. It's
Right.
true.
That's how they become that's how they become
Yeah.
CEOs, right?
Yeah. But Teslas are even shitty cars, so at
I
least
know.
we
I
have
thought
that to
people
fall
were
back
pretty
on.
happy with those for the most
People
part.
are pretty happy, but then also people don't know shit about cars. I don't know shit about cars.
I was gonna
but
say,
I
what the
have
fuck do you
seen
know about cars?
Jack
You even
shit,
have a
but
car, Alex?
Yes, I have a car.
I don't know. You live in a big city. You could
I don't
not have a
live in
car.
big city,
He doesn't live
actually.
in the city. Is the
Yeah.
problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you die, Alex? I'm sorry.
I've never lived in a big city.
He
Ever.
died in the city. That's why.
I thought you used to live in Oakland.
I worked.
Oh, okay.
I live near Oak, but I didn't live in it. Anyway, what was I saying now? I got distracted. Oh, but yeah, there's a ton of people who like bought Teslas and then they're like, dude, look at this. It's like literally like falling apart. Or like shit just doesn't work. And I'll be like, yeah. And then on top of that, you're gonna make like a fucking dickhole have even more money. I don't know. It's also a weird like status thing now that I
Well,
don't
I mean,
like.
you know, that's everything.
Yeah, it's true, but
I don't know. I was just looking at Hyundai hybrids.
the
Got, somebody got one in stock. I was like, maybe I should do this and get 40 miles to the gallon. That would be good,
Not a bad thing.
as opposed to my current 22 or whatever. I don't know. You have an electric car, right, Kurt?
I have a Tesla.
Yeah. Those things are
Calls coming from inside the house.
those things are fucking fun to drive, man.
I almost got punched by Marion when we picked it up
Why? Oh,
because we pulled out of the dealership and I stepped on it
Oh yeah.
and it was ridiculous.
There was a lot of it.
Yeah. It's all there. You don't have to wait.
It's all fucking there.
You don't have to wait for things
No.
to burn and explode and push other
Nope.
things around.
You're just immediately going real fucking fast.
Well, you're making it sound less cool now. There's nothing burning and exploding inside the car.
There's,
my
I think
classmates
it's.
had a
I
Tesla.
mean,
Hyundai-
not under the hood.
It has an electric like mini SUV kind of thing that kind of looks like a Subaru Forester. I was like, that's what I actually want, but they're like $50,000.
The Kona?
Something like that. What's that?
The Kona?
No, it's not. That's like a little car, like a little.
It is a fairly small car, yes.
What the hell is it called? I think it's the Ionic or something
Oh, okay.
like that, I believe. But,
I have a coworker who has a Kona, an electric Kona.
yeah, they're cute. I sat in one of those last year, but they're too small. The Ionic one is like 50,000, I think, which is a little bit more than I really want to spend on a car. But also, they're like impossible to get because all the shortages and stuff. But a hybrid's a little more affordable, and also
And you will save over time as well.
right. Well,
The only thing with the hybrid is that you don't do a lot of city driving. That's where hybrids really shine.
Well, so my current car gets, I mean, half of my commute to work every day is through the city of Batavia at 30 miles an hour. So I would go from 22 miles to the gallon to 38 or whatever. So it's pretty big. It's almost.
But you're not in traffic, are you? Or is
Yeah,
it's like
right.
it's stopping?
Like yes. I have to go through like 15 traffic lights on my way to work every day.
So you're telling me Alex doesn't live in a city, but you do?
Well, no, I mean the city of Batavia
Goes
is like
through.
8,000 people or something like that.
I mean,
Alex
in a
lives in a
legal
way
sense,
more
So the,
dense population area than I
so
do.
the
for
Ioniq
sure,
is
but-
fully electric, not a hybrid.
No, that's the one I want, but is too much. The one I was
Yeah.
looking at is the Tucson hybrid, which is like
Yeah, I was gonna say Tucson.
or there's a Santa Fe one, which is
Santa
like
Fe
a-
is
and then they have like
these
a plug-in model
those seem-
that has
Those seem like your kind of car.
Yeah. Then they have a plug-in model of both of those that will go like 40 miles on electric only or something like that. But those are actually even harder to get your hands on than the.
Really?
Yeah.
And they're quite expensive too, aren't they?
The plug-in ones are only a little bit more than the regular hybrid ones.
Like $5,000 or something like that.
More expensive.
I
Yeah.
think my favorite thing about Rogue Legacy is
Uh-huh.
that it has
does
a
look like
down
the case.
payment and is a car and is electric. Sorry, I'm just trying to bring it back to, you know.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then also, I mean, also what I like about Rogue Legacy
Uh-huh.
is a vroom vroom.
Tell me
Let's
everything
switch gears.
about Rogue Legacy.
Pedals, you got them. Gears, switch them
Uh-huh.
up.
Gears of War. Yeah.
Brake important. You use brake to.
Brake
is
important.
like the.
Break
there's
important.
go.
It's true.
There's go, which is pedal, but there's stop, which is brake, and you.
It's
need
like the secret
go.
second option on your car.
It is. It's like the secret go, right? Like everybody always talks about go because they're like, I gotta go, like I gotta get there. But it's like people don't talk about how like sometimes you need to like when you get there, you can't
It's
just
like-
keep going because then you're not there.
Right. then
It's
you
like
press
ordering
pause.
off menu, but in your car.
Underrated is.
Has Alex had a head blow
I
to
don't
the head
know.
or something? I'm not sure what's happening.
He's
tired
writing
of us-
think
he's
pieces
tired
now.
of us talking about
Yeah,
cars, I
I'm
think.
writing
He's
AI
faked.
generated think pieces.
He's-
You know what I mean? Like
Alex is our new take master.
this is
Like a
the
hype
article
man,
that
but
you
with
would.
takes.
Because of how like AI and like Google
Yes,
work now,
right.
this is the article that you would find if you
Alex
searched,
is
like,
SEO
how to drive.
personified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes go good.
Um,
Sometimes go not.
Sometimes go
I
good.
love.
Stop also good.
Yeah, I love those articles where it's just
It's
like,
it's the fucking worst when you're trying to find something in a video game
yeah,
and you type in like
yes.
a location for something like that, and they're like, this video game, blah blah blah, is like the 6th video game in the series from so and so. It's like,
Yeah.
no, just tell me what the treasure chest is.
Great.
Yeah,
thanks-
this
thanks
is
for
literally
fucking
what just
telling me.
happened like an hour ago when I was trying to find out how many players you could fucking play with in Returnal. Like you know
Returnal
what I
is a
mean?
video game that's for the PlayStation 5. It costs $69.99 when it was released in
Nice.
the state. Yeah,
Buy it here.
it is a game with shooting and running and dodging. And
Co-op is now available. To play co-op, you go to the co-op menu and press the co-op button.
Yeah.
Now you know everything there is to know about co-op. That's
yes,
the
that's
sentence.
the line.
That's
That's the
sentence.
line right there.
That's
yep.
the line. Is now you know everything you need to know about blank, and it's
Yeah.
like, God damn it.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
You told me
Literally, I was looking
nothing.
for one piece of information, and it is not here. So I do not know everything I need to
Yeah.
know about blank.
I didn't even need to know everything.
Yeah, I didn't. I needed to know a number. Was it 2 or more? I didn't even need to know what the max is. Really, just like if it was more than 2. That's what I need to know. And I do not know that after reading.
Here's what you don't understand, Alex. Is the computer actually knows better than you what you need to know. You didn't need to know
Oh
that.
shit. Okay. Now
Thanks for nothing.
Ah.
Thanks for nothing, internet.
I fucking hate the internet. I was just talking about this this morning. Like,
Yeah.
it's
It just
fucking
keeps
like
getting
what the
worse
internet
all the
has
time.
become in like the past like even like decade. It's like the internet's just fucking unusable. Like if you just go to a website, it's fucking like you can't like and take a step back. You know what I mean? Like cuz we've all learned how to parse all the bullshit that's in there. But it's like if you just take a step back, it's just like one paragraph and then like 30 ads. And
Yep.
then like another paragraph and then like
Ooh.
another
Actually,
million. Yeah,
Let me bitch about the other thing that happens.
sure.
Okay, I just want to know how to do this thing or what this is or whatever. Please watch this 2-minute video
Oh yeah.
that,
God,
that
yes.
has the 12 seconds of information I want to know. No,
Well-
just fucking write it down. That's all I need.
Well, that's Facebook's like push to video like coming back, right? Like that
Yeah.
was never a real thing, but they wanted it to be a thing, so it became a thing.
Yeah. Yep.
That's just that in action. I hate that
Yep.
as well. But I was thinking more about like the thing that pisses me off the most is just how like Google ads and auto-generated ads and AI generated shit that's all like complete bullshit like have just like made a web page, any web page, just so fucking
Ugh.
ugly and like difficult to even like parse what you're looking at. Like I said, like we're all kind of used to it at this point, so we do know what we're looking at. But it's like it's taken years of us slowly, incrementally getting used to what like a Google generated ad looks like, you know?
Yep.
To be able to even like, it's just awful.
It is.
That person's big.
Yeah,
gigantism.
That's a classic Rogue Legacy.
Oh, okay.
thing.
I've never played Rogue
Lady
Legacy.
Big.
Is that literally their name?
Sure, why not?
I don't know.
I like the art style, especially blown up into a large character like that.
Looks good.
But I do hate the internet, which means I'm probably going to stop using it pretty
I
soon.
was gonna say we should probably turn this off and go to bed.
I actually do like
This
the art
game's
style
pretty good,
blown up
though.
like that more.
And also, it inspires a lot of really important and deep conversations about
That's
internet
Electric
parts.
cars.
pedals and AI generated.
I
Let me
wish-
tell you about. Well, give me a topic. I'll
the
make
other thing,
another
the
AI
other thing that
generated
sucks
art
about
for
electric
you.
cars is that like all the
There's no infrastructure to like make them work.
well, actually, New York is like doing
There's
a pretty
some-
good job right now. Of,
Yeah,
like
there's-
they're
it's not
in the
no
middle of renovating all the stops along the throughway, so they all have things on them. And I know of at least 2 places in Batavia where I could charge an electric car if I wanted to.
They installed public charging spaces across the street from my house.
Did they?
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, there's not no. Actually, my apartment building has
But
charge places.
Anyway,
but,
if you could still access like the subsidies, if those still existed for those, I could probably afford one of those, but I can't. 'cause
Yep,
they don't
I
anymore. 'Cause
I
they're
was
all
able to
gone.
take advantage of that.
It's
Yep.
sucks, super sucks. I know that the whole point was to try and make the cars more affordable, so that way you could like subsidize the industry or whatever. But
Yep.
doesn't feel like we are far enough along that process that it makes sense to get rid of those. So I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
Well, on that note,
we're fucked. Good night.
Rogue Legacy 2
now available.
I'm huge.
looks good.
Yeah, it's good.
Giant Chef.
Giant Chef. GiantChef.com.
www.giantchef.com.
All right, good night.
Good night.